Happy Thanksgiving from Miami!
Today we want to bring you guys a highly overdue and requested Q&A video.
And being that it's Thanksgiving today, we want to first talk to you guys what we are thankful for. The first thing, travel.
This year we got to travel to 10 beautiful countries and 13 incredible cities.
And thanks to awesome planning and a few good booking trips, we didn't have to spend an arm and a leg on luxury travel.
We are also thankful for being here in this amazing city, Miami. We're thankful more than anything else for our friends and family.
We are so grateful to have such a supporting family and a small, very special group of friends in Austria and here in Miami. And last but not least, we are grateful for this community we've built up on YouTube with you guys. So let's get started on that Q&A.
Yeah, let's grab the questions. So, the most frequent asked questions are, where are you from?
Are we from Austria? Are we from Germany?
Yeah, Max said, are you from Austria? And Steve enjoyed this vlog asked, by the way, are you German? As you realized, we have a very special accent.
Especially me, because it's all mixed together. So I was born in Austria, but in the time growing up, we traveled many times to South Africa backwards and forwards. So I actually grew up in South Africa and in Austria. That's the reason why I have a little bit of a South African accent mixed in with a bit of a German accent.
And a little bit of British, Irish, because of your mom.
A little bit of British.
And I'm born in Bosnia. I grew up in Austria. One of my biggest goals was to improve my English. Geoffrey Phipps commented, I love you guys. I cannot wait to get back to Miami Beach.
We love you too.
What are your favorite top 5 pools to chill out?
Number 1 favorite pool, let's say it at the same time.
Standard. The standard pool is basically the reason why we moved to Miami. We haven't checked out so many pools, but we have a beautiful pool here at our apartment building.
Which is our second favorite pool. And I think the third favorite pool, at least for me, is the ocean. The next question is from Tony's journal, and he asks, how did you end up going to Miami and how long have you and Nelly been together? We came to Miami on vacation in 2012 and absolutely fell in love with the city. So from that point on, we started to find hard facts that would suit our need. So the hard facts are these. We have 2 companies in Austria. The time difference between Miami and Austria is 6 hours, so we have an overlap of 3 hours per day to communicate with our employees and our customers. Miami is a very up-and-coming city, it's very hip and it's growing very fast. That means there's a lot of potential for a coffee shop and an agency, which is good for us. And the next reason is we wanted to move somewhere that's just perfect when it comes to weather and not oversaturated and busy like New York.
And second part of your question, in January we're going to be together for 8 years. Long time, right?
Help me.
So Mark Lee said, love the vlogs, man. My father is Austrian, so it's really cool to find Austrians vlogging on YouTube. What's your favorite thing about being in Miami, USA? Plans to travel anywhere in the US?
Our favorite thing about being in Miami and being in the US are the opportunities for entrepreneurs. It's much easier to start a business and build a business in the United States than it is in Europe, just because Europe is a little bit over-regulated. Taxes are way higher in Europe and it costs much more to employ people. When it comes to personal life, we just like that the United States is just an English-speaking culture, which means everybody is a little bit more easygoing. It's easier to make new friends, it's easier to have casual conversations with people.
Oh, and plans to travel anywhere in the US? Of course!
Everywhere. We want to travel everywhere. But I think what we're going to do in the near future is every other week we're just going to book a cheap airplane ticket and travel to a new city.
Every other week?
I'm not sure how you pronounce this correctly. It's Oysal A. He writes, "What's up, Mike? Question, why Miami? Why did you choose to open a coffee shop in Miami?" Well, because there aren't many coffee shops, especially in Miami Beach. The coffee culture in Miami is strongly influenced by South America and Cuba, which means you get a lot of these Cuban coffee shops, heavy, strong cup of coffee and not really specialty coffee. In Miami Beach, there's only one other specialty coffee shop. In Coral Gables, there are a few, but in general, the coffee shop landscape in Miami is still very thin. And if you compare it to New York, LA or San Francisco, there's so much potential and the people really want good coffee from specialty coffee shops.
So next question, Mario Suarez. I think that's a very regular viewer, right?
Yes.
I see his comments all the time. Thank you, Mario, for supporting us. I enjoy the blogs. I live in sunny Isles. Your blog motivates on things to do while I'm living here in Miami, which is great because there's always something to do in Miami. Question, as a coffee expert, can you recommend a home grinder that won't break the bank? Also, can you do a video on what you look for in a good shot of espresso? Thanks and keep up the great work.
Thank you for the question, Mario. Yes, I can recommend a good grinder that won't break the bank. It is the Baratza series of grinders. There are 3 different types. There's the Virtuoso, there's the Prezioso, and then there's the new models of grinders that are the Vario, that are a little bit more expensive, but the first 2 grinders will cost you either, I think it's $180 or $250, and you'll have a lot of pleasure with them. As for what I look for in a good shot of espresso, I actually will make a video about that, and it's on my list of videos to make, I just hadn't had the time. Cuban Nerd is asking, how long are you guys going to be in Wynwood? Well, we're going to be at the Wynwood yard full-time from next Tuesday during Art Basel, and we will go from there. We'll make a plan from there, how often, how frequent that we're going to be there, how long that we're going to be there. But as for now, there's no time limitation of when we're going to be at the Wynwood yard, so we'll just keep you guys up to date.
Yeah.
It's getting dark outside, I have to fix the lighting. Just give me a second.
Amateurs. Better?
Let's continue.
Okay. Alright, next question comes from Bernhard Riesel, which is...
a dear friend from Austria.
Yeah, and actually his question is a very long question and it's in German, which is no big deal. If you're from Austria or Germany, you can comment anytime in German.
So, Bernhard is asking, what's the situation with your coffee shop and agency plans in Miami? He doesn't mean the pop-up, he means a physical coffee shop that we had planned, because we were looking at a location and we were in pretty detailed conversations with the location, but it just turned out differently. The real estate situation in Miami Beach at the moment is very, very hard. It's hard to find a good location, good landlords and so on. The real estate market in Miami for commercial real estate is overvaluing itself. They try to force you to sign a contract for a higher rent very fast, and we just want to keep the flexibility to not have to jump onto that real estate game.
Yeah, we're not in a rush with the coffee shop because we don't want to have the headache of paying such a high rent.
For this reason, we started working on a new concept of a coffee shop, and I'm sure you understand I can't give out any details for this concept because it's something very new. We will be sharing it soon on the vlogs for sure, but for now we're gonna keep it a little bit of a secret.
Meanwhile, you can visit us at the Winwood Yard.
As far as the agency goes, we actually just rented an office for the agency. We're networking a lot. We actually have a few clients that we're going to be starting to get active on very soon. It's the nice thing about the United States, it's easy to network. It's not really something that you can vlog, especially because you can't put confidential information of your clients out in the internet, obviously.
Next question. Brent Hartley. Brent asked, do you guys still have business back home? I was curious if you had another source of income while you are growing your new business in Miami.
Yes, absolutely. We have two companies in Austria. The first company we founded in 2010, which is our advertising agency and essentially pays the rent and our income. And the second company is the coffee shop, which we're still building up in Austria. We opened up the coffee shop, it's almost 3 years ago now. And especially in Austria, small businesses, you have to let them grow a little bit before you start taking money out of them. But it's no problem, it's a learning process. We get a lot out of that company, out of the coffee shop in terms of learning curve and personal success. We were awarded for that coffee shop. We were also awarded for the agency a few years ago. We were awarded Young Entrepreneurs of the Year in Upper Austria for the agency. So yes, we have companies in Austria that pay our incomes, and we are able to build up our companies here in the United States without the risk that you would have to take as a new entrepreneur. So the agency in Austria actually takes up the majority of our work time. Even though we're here in Miami, the majority of the work that we're doing is for the companies in Austria. In Austria, we have 10 employees that obviously need our attention every day and need help in certain situations. But on a monthly basis, we actually employ anywhere from 100 to 300 people. So we are crazy mad job creators in Austria. And the amount of taxes and payroll fringe costs and all that other stuff that we pay in Austria is really huge. It's huge amounts. You wouldn't even believe how much it is.
It's a lot.
If I had that as an income, I probably would be driving a Ferrari and not an electric skateboard. And that isn't even a joke.
So, yeah.
I'd be driving a Tesla on ludicrous mode. I would be doing donuts with a Tesla. No, but jokes aside, we have a fairly good income. We earn a decent amount of money, but in no way are we rich. We don't have money to throw out of the window. But one of the benefits of owning your own company is we can decide where we want to work, we can decide when we want to work, we can define our own personal income, and we can build as many companies as we want to. So we can build many streams of revenue. There's no limit.
And also we started small, just to keep that in mind, because the theme of today is giving thanks and showing gratitude. So the past 8 years we started from a tiny apartment, no holidays, no car, small income. Like we started very small and we worked really hard to be here. So we are very thankful.
And I'm also grateful that we were able to break this belief that you have to work in a 9-to-5 job, you have to work for a big company, living for the weekend, living for that one vacation per year. Everything, in fact, is possible that you want. You can achieve anything, you can do whatever you want, you can be whoever you want to be. Nowadays, with the internet and social media and technology, there are so many possibilities. You literally can make any hobby to your job, to your profession, to your source of income. You just really have to want to do it. Never fall into the trap of letting other people define what success is for you.
Well, that was a long answer.
Who was that again? Where am I? What is this?
So you agree if we cut that short?
I'll just speed it up in post-production. So there.
Yeah, come on. Christina Gilbert.
Yes, Christina Gilbert. She commented on a very recent video of mine saying that She's happy that she found a Miami YouTuber, Miami vlogger, and then I noticed she started commenting on all the videos from like months back. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And she asked, what do you like best about doing YouTube and vlogs, and why? The reason why I started this YouTube channel was originally to motivating others to make it happen. Everybody seemed to be developing into these good, brave little soldiers, and I just felt the need to reach out to these young people and showing them that there is in fact another way. But more and more this YouTube thing that I'm doing here developed into self-motivation. Because if I fail at what I'm doing, now I fail in front of 2,500 people and not just in front of myself. So it pushes me to do more, to be more motivated and to do more interesting things. Nowadays, I don't fall into the habit of just staying at home on the couch and watching TV because I don't have the time. I need to do something interesting to put out another vlog. And that has enriched my life so much you won't believe it. Montana asked, hey man, love your vlogs. What kind of camera do you use?
Details of which cameras were used is always in the description.
You'll see all the lenses that I use, all the cameras that I use, and just in general the equipment that I use to make these vlogs. If you guys want me to make a video on how to vlog or how I vlog, let me know in the comments down below. If a lot of people are interested, I'll make a video.
So that's it. That was our first Q&A together as a couple. I think we're going to make it a regular thing. So keep on commenting on our postings.
Keep those comments coming. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving with families and friends. Let me know in the comments down below what you are thankful for.
And thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.